For this next one, we are going to learn to add what's called a roll. Okay, and it's called a roll because you would roll through at the end of a video, a movie, you would actually see the names of everyone that contributed to the film roll through from bottom to top in the text. So that's why we call it a roll. So we're going to head to the end of our movie. Current time indicator, move to the right. Ooh, look at all our effects. Okay. And I'm just gonna use the type tool. And there are some credits here in the Essential Graphics panel. However, they're static. So here, I'll just drag one on for you to see. So it's traditional, and right now it's static. Now they're not moving from up to down. However, you can, in the edit view, you could select roll, which is going to make it animate from off screen on. So you could do that here. Where it says start off screen and end off screen, notice that those are automatically checked, and that's why it moved from off to on. And then we have all these options do we want to have some time before it rolls or after it rolls, before it comes on, how fast or how slow is it going to come and leave the stage. So these are all those options with your roll. Otherwise, you can just use your type tool and type out, like who was your crew, who was your talent, who was the director. This is where you would indicate if there's any music that you've added, who you credit the music that was actually so this is the place to give all those people credit. Traditionally, you'll see that this is usually a black background with white text. And I would stick with a type of font that's called a sans serif. So let me just show you a serif so you can see the difference. So if I come down here, this is what's called, this bell font is called a serif. So if you notice, if you look really closely, let me make this a little bit bigger so you can see it. If we look at the bottom of these letters, we'll see these little feet, or we have these little extensions, and this is called a serif font, and it's just harder to read. Usually you use this for large blocks of text. I highly suggest using a sans serif just because it's cleaner to read, usually because it's scrolling. Especially you would want to use a sans serif, a bold sans serif, if you decide not to have a black background. If you decide to have a pattern or something like that, it makes it easier to read. So just make sure there's legibility. The highest contrast to make things the easiest to read is white on black or black on white. So just consider those things and think about the speed of it as well. Some people make it go really fast and then we can't even read it, so why are you including that? So I've added this text here, and again, if I select it, then I select the text, then we can actually go to the edit mode and say that I want to make this a roll, and again it will go from on and off again. So I would actually watch it and see, yeah, I can read everybody. This is a good speed. Otherwise, you're going to have to change these settings. Okay, and that is a roll.